Hey there, folks. Welcome to Sumit Academy. In this, my eighth video on terrorism, we shall study about terrorism in India. Let us now discuss the issue of terrorism in India by external state actors. When any government directly or indirectly indulges in terrorism against its own people or the people of another country, it is referred to as terrorism by state actors. Terrorism against another country, whether in support of international terrorism or in order to destabilize that country, is classified as external state sponsored terrorism. This can be by means of financial support to militant organizations, arms, training, and infrastructural and ideological support. Terrorism in Kashmir is a direct manifestation of state policy of Pakistan and ISI influence, while hinterland terrorism, that is, terrorism within the country by Indian Mujahideen or the banned group Simi, is indirectly supported by Pakistan. Therefore, Pakistan, which is an external state actor, is challenging India's internal security directly as well as indirectly. Similarly, aspirations have time and again been cast on the role of Bangladesh and Myanmar, that they have played the role of external state actor regarding terrorism in the Northeast. Now we come to what is terrorism by non-state actors in India. This refers to an act of terrorism by an individual or a group which is not openly associated with or financed by any government. Naxalites, LTTE, and Northeast extremists are examples of non-state actors. Terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Indian Mujahideen also claim to be non-state actors, but have de facto support from across the border. The use of non-state actors gives Pakistan a degree of deniability, but these organizations could never have operated with such impunity without the active funding, logistical, and military support from Pakistan. These groups aim to not only create instability in Kashmir, but also have the larger aim of destabilizing the country. Let us move on to the growth of hinterland terrorism. Terrorist acts have been taking place all across our nation, seemingly without any specific reason. Yet, if we look and analyze, there appears to be a well planned, well motivated growth of terrorism in India. Now, after failing in two conventional wars against India, especially post the humiliating defeat in 1971, Pakistan adopted the path of subconventional war or a proxy war by supporting terrorist activities. The seeds were first sown in the Khalistan movement in Punjab in the 80s. The evil design was to create a buffer sovereign state between Jammu and Kashmir and the rest of India. After the failed attempt in Punjab, Pakistan targeted Kashmir in the late 80s and tried to take advantage of anti-India separatist sentiments in a section of the Kashmiri population. This terrorism plan is operated by Pak-based Islamist terror organizations created, trained and directed by the ISI. And what are these organizations? The Lashkar-e-Taiba, the Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, etc. In the meanwhile, SIMI was formed in Aligarh in 1977. Now, what was its motive? Its motive was of liberating Indian Muslims from Western influence and make them follow the Islamic code of conduct. It became a highly militant and extremist group and took a radical posture, advocating the liberation of India by converting it into an Islamic land. It declared jihad against India with the aim to establish Dar-ul-Islam, the land of Islam, by either forcefully converting everyone to Islam or by violence. The Ayodhya incident of 1992 also saw the rise of reactionary terrorist activities all over the country, as it provided a big opportunity to ISI to carry forward its nefarious designs of spreading communalism and terrorism in India. The 21st century saw the formation of the Indian Mujahideen after the ban on SIMI. Now, this was to project to the world that terrorism in India was a purely indigenous development, arising out of ill treatment of Muslims and not sponsored from across the border. Doctored videos of the Gujarat riots were used by the ISI to mobilize, recruit, and radicalize the Muslim youth. And unfortunately, this story continues. Crushed by our security forces in an area, the ISI handlers make sure the radicalization of our youth and the internal security problems of India continue. Well, that is all from me in this, the 8th video on types of terrorism. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on my future videos. In the meantime, as usual, do write in with your suggestions to sumitacademy20@gmail.com. Cheers.